And it's good,
Let's roll
know.
right in.
I got it. Okay.
We
Hold on.
probably killed 5 minutes, so we have
Yep,
about 30
I'm gonna
minutes before
pull
it's
up
gonna.
I'm gonna give you a song right now. All right, so we're gonna come in. Hold on.
Yep. Tell me when you have a song ready.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm just gonna say, let's just take a quick break, and then we'll come back and do the news with Bob.
Yep.
Oh, let's take a quick break, and then we'll do the news with Bob.
Oh shit! Hold on.
You didn't share sound.
I'm not
right?
sharing sound. Yeah, hold on.
That's all right.
One
All
sec.
kinds of little settings and shit you gotta mess with.
Okay, that should be it now.
Oh, you guys are wearing caps. I should have one of my caps on.
I always have a hat on. Always.
All right, Nick, do your thing. Do your line again.
All right. So let's just take a quick 2-minute break, and then we'll come back and do the news with Bob.
All right, sounds good.
Waking up by the ocean, got a lot of things going on. They ain't no slowing up, they ain't no slowing up. Got a lot on my mind, so I gotta make a move. Got too much shit to do, so I gotta pick and choose. Yeah, yeah, hey, hey, oh. No basic, started from the basic. Don't trip about a chick, cause they all get replacement. Yeah, I found replacement, this my testimony. Yeah, I got a
What's up,
lot of
fellas?
shit to say, so hear what I say.
Hey guys, how you doing?
All right.
We've had
A rap song from the Red Man.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Hey,
was
what a new
buddy.
rapper. The other one's jealous. There's gonna be a war over there.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into that another time, but I'll tell you all about that.
So what's in the news, Bob?
Oh well, we got a lot of heavy duty stuff this time over the past
kidding.
week. I mean, my God, now they passed down in Alabama this abortion bill that there's no exceptions for rape and incest. They're trying to set up the case for the Supreme Court to overturn Roe versus Wade.
Yeah.
And in the
There's
meantime,
like 20 states have that going on right now, but there's
but this is really, really bad.
No,
because
this
you think
is
about
bad
it.
news.
You
Yeah.
think about it. These women in Alabama are being used as pawns, right?
Mhm.
They're being used as pawns. These people that they don't want to allow any form of abortion at all. Period.
That's it. Only if the mother's like dying on the table
I
at
don't
the
even
last
know.
second.
I don't even know.
I don't even think they'll save her. Yeah.
I don't even know if they have that. But
Yeah.
then they want to give the doctors 99 years in prison or something or
Are
whatever.
you fucking kidding me?
No,
Meanwhile,
I'm
a
not.
guy's selling opiates or something.
Yeah.
He'll do fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think they're making a mistake. It's all a political game, but I think they're awakening a sleeping giant.
Yeah.
Because if they go too extreme, that's
Nick,
we're
going back to the
Republicans have
we're going back to the
always kinda had
50s.
that issue. But if they go and actually are taking that to the court, they're going to give that to the Democrats because 70% of the people are for keeping it.
Let me tell you something, Nick. That is a really
Okay,
good
well.
analysis. That is a really good analysis. I heard that very same analysis yesterday on MSNBC, and people predicting that they're just going to hand this issue. They're handing a big win over to the Democrats.
Yeah.
And Trump's got trouble with normal women anyway. And and to add this fuel to the fire is just craziness. But these people are so dogmatic that, and they've been this way forever.
Yeah.
That
It's really not a high percentage of people.
No,
but
there's
they've been,
no. Yeah,
but they've been very loud and very motivated and organized.
exactly.
And now they're going to wake up the people that are like, wait a minute. What
Well, now that Trump woke them up from the get-go, now they have a because he's vowed to overturn Wade versus Roe, right?
Roe versus Wade.
Yeah.
Roe versus Wade. Yes, I'm sorry.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
Either way or the other, right?
They're still versing each other, right? It's just
Yeah, the one way or the
one's
other.
the
All
home
right.
team, the other one's away. You know?
Exactly.
But it's not cool. I mean, this is not cool.
I guess maybe when they challenge it, they call it Wade versus Roe because it's home.
Yeah,
and
maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know
That's
how that
funny.
works.
Yeah, that might be a technicality to throw the case out over.
So that's going to be that's going to be a big deal. And then another big deal is this whole shtick over climate change, and the fact that these nutcases, don't want to accept anything at all. Oh no, it's just a big hoax.
Yeah.
And so this
China
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez from up your way, Nick.
AOC.
She's gonna fuck us.
She's cool. I really like her.
I like
really
her too,
like AOC.
but they gotta be. She's smart. She knows the internet.
Kind of hot.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You got to think about the fact that it wasn't long ago she was a freaking bartender.
Yeah, like
right?
a year ago.
Right. She was a bartender, and now she's come up with this great big detailed plan. It's not a bill. People say, "Oh no, it's a bill." It's not a bill. It's not legislation. It's a plan. She's throwing it out there. This is what we need to do.
Right.
But here's this 29-year-old bartender who's come up with this, and all of these freaking septuagenarian idiots are going, oh, no. It doesn't make any difference. I read the other day that where was it? Up in Arctica. Temperature was like 85 degrees or something. And the freaking,
I know.
Yeah.
I don't believe in weather.
Well, Bob.
I don't either. I don't believe in the weather.
Well, that's what all these guys say. They're like, oh, well, it's May and it's snowing in Colorado. What are you talking about? It's not about the weather.
Yeah, that's right.
Go look at the freaking icebergs.
Yeah, right.
The whole landscape has changed.
Cold. Exactly. Anyway, so they're talking about AOC. And they're saying that this is just nothing but a bunch of socialistic bullshit.
Exactly. The only problem I have with
that old Red Scare crap around.
The only problem I have with her.
Away.
Yeah. You don't like beef. No, the only problem I have with her.
Who's she to say I can't eat hamburgers?
Is that I'm afraid that if she, she's got a big platform, she's got a big voice, but I'm afraid that. Look, at the end of the day, I don't care who gets in there. I don't care if Kasich was in there, whatever. I like Kasich. I like him too. Well, but you know what I mean? I would take another Republican, any day of the week, but I don't want her to F up. If she's going to go way, way far left and screw up something for Biden, anybody who can overturn this.
That's the thing with Biden,
This is what I'm afraid of. So I like her.
He was the best candidate, but he's polls so good against Trump.
Well, that's it.
A big, tall, white guy, and he's kind of like on stage. He's probably the best guy to sit there and not take shit.
Yeah.
And you know what?
And I don't know. I don't know if Trump can win without Pennsylvania, and Biden will probably win Pennsylvania.
Well, that's a very good point. The thing about Biden to me is that he can appeal both to African Americans and other people of color.
Yeah, blacks
while at the same time he appeals to the blue collar steel worker.
Yeah, union guy, all the union guys.
Fred likes him, right? Fred.
He can get them both, and that's what is really, really needed. I think I wish he had run before.
Me too.
He's now so
instead of Hillary.
I mean, hell, he's as old as I am, and that's pretty bad.
Well, you know what? It's not bad, but who knows what's going to happen? I mean, Trump could have a heart attack today.
Yeah,
I'm not wishing anything on anybody.
Well, the docs all say that he's in the best shape of any president.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So anyway, another thing about AOC, and now we're talking about politics.
Good.
I read this thing yesterday that this Republican pollster thinks that she is the only Democrat that could beat Trump in 2020.
No way.
Only one problem: she's only 29.
Yeah, she can't even run.
She can't even run. But I thought that was pretty interesting.
She wants to take my hamburgers.
Yeah, that's right. She
My friend.
Well, that had pissed Trump off, man. So anyway, now there's another story.
Cows don't even fart.
What?
Cows don't fart.
They don't fart? How do you know that?
No, they talk about all this, the methane gas that they cows with the hamburger thing.
Yeah.
They don't fart. I saw something on the news the other night, and they were talking to a woman. No, they burp all the gas out.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, well, that's
so they're farting. They're like it's like a fart.
It's out their mouth.
Yes, but it comes out their mouth.
Yikes!
That's kind of like the dispute I have here at home with Jackie. She's a big
they fart in their mouth.
She's a big burper, and I'm the other way.
Right?
Aren't we all?
Yeah. Anyway,
I like hamburgers.
Now there's another. This is really serious. This next story. This one comes straight out of Not Fake News, and I did a little research. I write a lot about medicine, medical issues, and stuff for another client. You didn't know that, did you?
No.
Yeah. And anyway, right now there's this big crisis and it's been going on for a while, where there just aren't enough doctors. And the more we expand healthcare, and the older we get, the more serious that problem becomes. And there's over 2,000 counties in the United States that don't have a urologist. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. Well, Bob, I noticed a big difference from New York to South Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. There's no psychiatrist here. You got to go to Charleston.
Yeah.
We got a doctor every 30 feet.
Oh God! If you want a specialist in New York, done. You're going.
Exactly.
Probably got 10 of them.
And the same with Florida.
Yeah. Right.
With Florida.
Doctors make me sick.
Yeah. But anyway, what really exacerbates that, what really makes that worse, in case some people don't know what exacerbates me, what really makes that worse is that Trump, in his budget for 2020, has made a proposal to slash by millions and millions of dollars the amount of money that would be spent on doctor training.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
They don't need training.
I'm not fucking kidding. I'm not.
No, it's bad already, but now we're going to do this.
Yeah, and let me tell you, let me pull this up, the amount of money that we're talking about.
I mean, the school shootings are going up. You know, everything's going up. Oh, mental health. Yeah, okay. Right. And for a state like South Carolina that has so many people for PTSD, they've all gone to war, a lot of military people here. You go to the doctor and these people need, let's say, Xanax or something like that to keep them, or whatever drugs they use for that. They need these drugs. And then you go to the doctor and the doctor is like a probation officer to you. He's not, he's drug testing you, and he's not like your doctor. He's like a, he's not like on your side.
Exactly.
He's kind of like, well, why do you need that? Well, I have PTSD. I'm ready to rip somebody's face off. I saw a lot of shit. Please. Yeah. He might not be a drug addict. He's looking to get, some peace.
Yeah. So anyway, I just pulled up this story from Not Fake News, and it says, I should know this because I wrote it. It's the proposed budget for 2020 calls for an estimated $47.9 billion reduction in federal support for graduate medical education programs over the next decade.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they don't need training.
So, in the face of a growing shortage of doctors and increased need for new ones, Trump wants to trim back support for the very programs needed to provide a new and steady supply of doctors. So that means that, as you guys get older, and as your kids get older and their kids get older, there aren't going to be enough damn doctors if this guy has his way.
I'll be in Costa Rica.
Now, $47.9 billion. Now, you remember how much he wants to spend on his freaking wall?
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. What is it?
Yeah.
2.5 billion, and that's not even enough or something, right?
So I asked in my article on Not Fake News, I said, by the time he's finished, that's probably how much he'll spend on his wall. So I ask you, which is more important, a wall to keep people out or doctors to take care of the people who are here? And you know what? I think that's really true.
It is true.
In New York City, I forget what university it is, but they're giving free medical school now, $50,000 a year.
Oh, yeah, I think it's NYU.
Tuition. Right? I'm not sure which one it is. I want to say because I'll probably get it wrong.
I actually heard that.
It's not to become a specialist. New York, we have tons of specialists. That's not a problem. But nobody wants to do like the general care.
Right.
Because it takes so much money to become a doctor. And then you want to make that money, so you become a specialist. So if you're going for, what do they call regular care? I forget.
Oh, it's like
primary care physician.
Yeah,
primary care physician, right.
They're giving you free medical school.
Yeah.
But you just have to practice in New York, primary care, I think for like 10 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just so they can have doctors in New York. But that stuff works.
Well, here in South Carolina, it's so sucky that since I've been here now almost 3 years, and I go to this for primary care. I go to this practice.
Where do you go, Bob? You don't have to say the name, but is it right up in town here by the gas station?
Yeah, it's up by 501.
Oh, by 501.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Is it related to Grand Strand or is it Conway?
Yeah, Conway.
Okay, because I deal with them too. I found Grand Strand will kill you.
I don't like them, but
I don't like them either.
But the thing is that the point I wanted to make is I've been going there for 3 years now. I've yet to see a doctor.
No, it's all PAs. Yeah,
it's a PA.
Yeah,
and now the guy's fine. The guy's fine.
Yeah,
but and he's smart and
but he's not a doctor. He's not.
That's right.
You don't need a doctor.
He's a smart kid that went to school that did some training, and you know what? He did a little. He did some.
Is the guy you see got by the name of Fritz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I know. I feel the same way.
I don't feel good. I just Google it. I Google it.
I got one other story. I know that we're running out of time here. I got one other story, and it's a big one. I mean, you guys know that over this past couple weeks,
what
Trump has been stonewalling Congress on their investigations.
Oh, good.
To follow up on the Mueller report.
Yeah.
And they've subpoenaed their guys.
Now wait a minute, I got a question. It went from the Mueller report to the Mueller report.
Well, I pronounce it wrong.
Oh, well, you do because everybody on the news is now. It's not the Mueller report anymore. It's the Mueller report.
Oh, really?
I find that funny. Yeah, I hear a lot of guys calling it Mueller.
I don't know.
Not to cut you off. Go.
No, I mean, I did it. This was how I said it. I don't know. If
They should leave him alone.
I don't know if it's right or not. I don't know if it's right.
Calm down, Fred.
But anyway.
Right.
The point I wanted to make is that they keep blocking these congressional subpoenas, and it really reminds me. I mean, I was on Capitol Hill during Watergate. I worked for a congressman during Watergate. And the guy was, shaking in his boots if he was going to have to vote to impeach Nixon.
Right.
Yeah. And
should have left him alone.
Yeah. But this whole thing reminds me of that. And
yeah, I'm sure.
And then there's the other thing too that while this is all going on, they've cut back on press access at the White House.
Press.
The press. PRESS. Media.
And they're asking them bad questions.
Yeah.
Not fair.
Yeah. So what they've done is they did a blanket, all the White House press corps, they sent them all letters and said, "You're fucking out of here.
Yeah.
We're pulling your credentials.
Good.
That's it.
You can't come." What do you mean good?
Right.
Mascot Fred.
What do you mean?
Yeah, could I like Trump and they ask him bad questions and they're not fair.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nixon character.
Yeah, poor guy. So anyway, so they withdrew all their credentials. They all got letters or emails or whatever that said your credentials have been pulled. And there's one guy who writes a column for the Washington Post. His name is Milbank. He wrote about it, and he said that he'd been covering the White House for 21 years and blah blah blah, and his credentials were pulled.
I watched the news.
So they what they did was they went back and they set up this special exception thing. So they gave certain people special exceptions to be able to cover the White House.
Yeah. Well, Hannity's allowed in.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. All the right wing
state.
All the right wing nutcase reporters and columnists and Fox News idiots and all that. Am I supposed to be showing my bias like this? Anyway,
no, it's okay.
It's okay. All right, that's a good thing. And then I don't know. Have I got time for one more?
Yeah. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Before you get on the plane, you want to know.
I want to know.
Pilot knows how to.
All right.
Because I don't have TV, but I listen to the radio.
You guys remember last year where this restaurant down in Virginia, I think it was called the Red Rooster, I think.
Yes, with Sarah Sanders.
Yeah, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She was kicked out by the owner,
right?
Who said that she had standards,
right?
and then because Sarah baby works for Trump,
right?
She didn't meet those standards, and so she
I like the other guy. I like Sean Spicer. He was.
Sean Spicer.
Yeah, he had it right, didn't he? This was the biggest inauguration in the history of the universe.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. It was bigger. You saw it. It's fake news.
So anyway,
they alter the pictures. They alter the pictures. That's what they do. You can't trust anything on the internet today. It's all fake.
This is not fake news. Fake news.
Those pictures are fake.
Not fake news.
Yeah, by the way, anybody wants to look up not fake news, it's www.notfakenews.biz, B-I-Z. Anyway.
B-I-Z, guys, B-I-Z.
Yeah. So anyway, story just the other day that the lady that owned this restaurant, she was getting all these threats. I mean, people threatened to burn her down. People threatened to come and shoot her, do all these horrible things. And they put fake reviews up on Yelp. All of a sudden, her reviews went from 4 stars down to
I don't use
stars and all that shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, she hung in there and she stuck it out. And she says now business is booming. And she's getting all of these compliments for sticking to her guns.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So it's actually turned around for her.
It's turned around for her.
Oh, good for her.
And it just goes to show you. Now, that's in Virginia. Okay?
Yeah,
Virginia
which is a tough state.
Yeah. So, anyway, it just goes to show. I thought that was a little bit of good news.
Yeah, that is good news. Yeah, because we need a change of tide. Yeah.
Most news is all bad. They don't report anything good.
No. Yeah.
So anyway, that's all I got on my hit parade today.
But so with this going back to the abortion thing, this is bad news. I mean, if somebody's raped or it was an incest, I mean, they're forcing a woman to actually have this baby.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I was watching last night.
I mean, how is that going to be okay for 2 people, maybe the whole family? Now this person has to constantly, be reminded, okay, so yeah, you're pro-life, but yet let this baby come into the world, let the mother deal with it, and be reminded every day. What do you think she's going to do? She's going to be screwed up. It just goes on and on and on.
What about that baby?
Yeah, exactly.
What about that baby? That baby is going to know that he or she was conceived in that manner.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the publicity that will have surrounded all of this.
Oh, absolutely.
And what is that baby going to feel like?
Oh, the baby's going to be destroyed. The girl who had the baby, the mother, is going to be, probably kill herself, or God forbid something like that happens, and it's just a bad news. I mean, look, I'm not saying to use, birth, abortion as a birth control,
Right.
In no means, you got to be responsible, and you don't do that. But when there's an issue like that, that's crazy. And for these people to even think like that. I was watching
something last night, and they showed a clip of the, I guess it was the Alabama Senate or whatever it was, when they were talking about making this law. And the one guy asked, he says, now what about cases of, rape or incest? And the guy's response was, any method of abortion is still available. They're all still available up until the point that you're pregnant.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right.
That's what they wrote the law.
That's a great answer. Yeah.
So you're allowed to have an abortion.
Yeah.
This is how they're writing it. This is their get around.
Just up until you're pregnant. Yeah.
Up until you're pregnant. Yeah, once you know you're pregnant, you're not allowed to have an abortion.
Yeah.
Right.
So you just got to go get an abortion every day, just in case.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just in case.
But now you got to prove that I didn't know. Can you just go and say, listen, I don't know
because the doctor's going to do 100 years in jail.
I don't think I'm pregnant, but I just want to get an abortion just in case. How does that work? It's just a weird way they write laws.
It doesn't.
That's their go around.
I've seen a lot of commentary on social media about the guy's responsibility.
I don't use social media.
Yeah.
You don't know. Well, I do.
Fred doesn't. He's old school.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have Fred on one of these days. Nick's in character doing Fred.
Yeah. Hey,
we just got our 2-minute warning, but we got if you want to throw another story in, Bob, go for it.
Yeah, it's just
we got 2 minutes. We might as well get going.
Remember, I told you about the Waccamaw Indian fight?
Yeah.
For the right to bury their ancestors. They need federal recognition as a tribe to do that, and they're still fighting for that. And I was talking to the chief last night, and man, he's struggling. He really is. And we're putting together this video. It's going to be a documentary, probably an hour-long documentary about them. And
now, is it possible you guys can get this on TV or any call?
Well, that's what we're hoping to. That's what we're hoping to do. I want to have it done in time for the Myrtle Beach Film Festival here.
Oh, nice! Yeah,
and we're trying to raise money for it. There's a GoFundMe. I'll just throw this out. Anybody that wants to support that video, that documentary. It's not just a video. It's Waccamaw WACCMAW.org/documentary, and there's a 2-minute promo video there that explains it, and so if you can support that, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
And I can get the chief on.
Let's get the chief on. Yeah, let's do that. Sure. That would be awesome. Yeah, we should do that. We should do that for next week, Bob, if we can.
Yeah, I'll tell him how my dad used to live in a teepee.
Yeah, Nick's father used to live in Southampton.
Yeah,
back in the day, in a real teepee.
Real teepee, man.
Yeah, I mean, we won't say what else he did, but
okay, guys.